In week 1, I went 12-4, which is a winning record. That gets you into the playoffs. So I did pretty good. Only got 4 games wrong out of 16 games. I think that's pretty good for week 1. Let's see if we can do better this week. And also, I only do these picks for fun. I'm not betting any money. I'm not telling anybody to pick games the way I pick. You pick the games how you think they'll go. This is not betting advice. So Thursday, September 11th, we have the Washington Redskins at the Green Bay Packers. So since this is in Green Bay, these are both two talented teams. Honestly, it can go either way. So Packers better be taking the Redskins seriously because I'm sure they are. Everybody knows the Redskins are a very talented team. I'm gonna take the Packers. Not confident in that pick at all because I've seen a lot of the Redskins and they're a really good football team. But on the road in Green Bay in a hostile environment, I think Green Bay is the favorite. Probably, I'm gonna go with Green Bay. If this was in Washington, I probably might lean the Redskins, but I'm not even too sure on that because the Packers looked really good in Week 1. So did the Washington Redskins, but they were playing the New York Giants. And no offense to Giants fans, and they already know this. Their team has been kind of they've been meh. They haven't been really that good lately. The next game we have the Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens in this game. But what I saw in the last game with the Baltimore Ravens defense getting tired late in the game and allowing a big, epic comeback by the Buffalo Bills, I think it was within the last, 4 or 5 minutes of the game, they gave up more than 15 points. It was 16 points, right? It was the Buffalo Bills won 41-40. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens, and I know this is a divisional game. I just don't like that defense on Baltimore. I think they wear out late in games. It is early in the season, so maybe players are still getting adjusted, but I don't know. I think that Ravens defense is mighty suspect. All right, but I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens at home. Next game, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars at Cincinnati. Whoa. I have a bias towards the Bengals usually, but something's telling me to pick Jacksonville. I usually have a bias towards the Bengals. I usually pick them, especially when they're at home. And something's telling me to pick Jacksonville. Jacksonville looked pretty good against the Carolina Panthers. I know it was against the Carolina Panthers, and it's like the Carolina Panthers played pretty good last year when they were a little bit near the end of the season. They were looking a little respectable. I'm gonna go out a limb. I'm gonna take Jacksonville. Something's telling me to pick Jacksonville, so I'm gonna go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know most people are gonna pick the Bengals, so I'm gonna be the odd man out. But I'm gonna go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Something's telling me to pick them for some reason. We have the New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. I am gonna pick Dallas because the Giants lose to everybody in the division, and the Giants are an embarrassment. They stink every year. Everybody's already calling for Russell Wilson's head, but I'm pretty sure that the Giants have more problems than just quarterback issues. If you guys really want that rookie quarterback to come in, have fun with that, because I'm pretty sure if the Giants are already losing and looking like an embarrassment, it's probably because your team's not very good. So it's probably not going to matter who's quarterbacking for you guys. It's easy to blame the quarterback all the time, but whatever. Maybe the Giants fans get what they want and the guy comes in and doesn't look very well because you need a good team to come in to play for. But anyways, I'm going to take Dallas. It's in Dallas. The Giants, they stink. They've been one of the worst teams in our division. So I'm going to go with Dallas. Next game, we have the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. I'm going with Detroit. I'm going to go with Detroit. The Bears are still the Bears, and they know they get hyped up every year, and they stink still. And they did it. They pulled a Ravens. They pulled a Baltimore Ravens. We have the lead, everybody. We forget that it's 4 quarters. Oh, our defense is tiring out. Oh, what happened then? Anyways, I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions because the Bears, I don't trust them. because of the Bears. They're the Bears, baby! I'm not trusting the Bears. Everybody else, I don't understand this. I saw so many people in week 1 picking the Bears, and I was thinking, why? Because Caleb Williams is going to have a great season. And he did. He had a great opening drive, but after that, it was meh. It was like nothing. And the funny thing is, J.J. McCarthy, he had a kind of a mediocre first half, but in the game against the Bears. But then in the second half, he looked really good. And I think it's because the Bears' defense was tiring out. And maybe he was figuring some things out, too. It might have been a little mix of both. But I think there's a stamina issue with with some teams' defenses. That's what I think week 1's starting to show. I mean, it's week 1, so maybe some teams need to have a couple weeks to adjust a little more. I don't know. But I trust the Detroit Lions at home. The Detroit was just humiliated by the Green Bay Packers. I don't think Detroit's as bad as what they look like in Green Bay. That was a bad... Whoever was a schedule maker just like gave the middle finger to the Lions. Having the Packers on week 1 was bad for probably any team in the league. I think anybody was going into Green Bay in a hostile environment like that, and with a pretty talented Green Bay team, a very young, talented Green Bay team, mind you, it wasn't good for anybody. But I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions. The next game we have is New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins in Miami. This is an ugly game. This is two bad teams. They stink. I wasn't impressed by either team in week 1. They both lost. The Patriots lost at home against the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, Patriots. That's pretty bad. And then the Miami Dolphins lost to the Colts, who are a little bit underrated. I think people were looking at like Danny Dimes, Danny, whatever the hell his name is. I can't even think of his name right now. But the Colts had a lot of good pieces in place. I think people were questioning the quarterback and thinking, can Danny Dimes actually lead them? And he did. He had a great game. But then we got to remember the Miami Dolphins don't really have a defense at all because Miami's not very good on the defensive side of the ball. I'm going to go with the Patriots in this game because I just don't trust Miami's defense. I think the Colts smacking them around like that. I'm going to side with the Patriots in this game. So Patriots on the road will beat the Miami Dolphins, in my opinion. The next game we have is the San Francisco 49ers at the New Orleans Saints. This is an easy pick. I'm going with the Niners. Niners might embarrass them. I don't know. I don't trust the Saints at all. Oh, man, it's hard holding a camera and looking at a laptop to see the schedule. And now I'm all out of frame. Oh, and it hurts my hand. All right, I'm holding this. Damn it! Look, I'm cut. Trying to get in position. I'm trying to look at the laptop too to see the schedule. Okay, we have the next game. We have the Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets. I'm going to take the. This is a hard game to pick. The Jets look pretty good in their first game. Is this one of the teams the Bills sometimes lose to when they play them in North Jersey? I forget. Who should I go with this in this game? I'm gonna take the Bills. I'm not confident at all in that pick at all. The Jets look really, really, really good against the Steelers, but I don't know how good the Steelers are going to be this year. But and I think the Bills sometimes lose to the Jets. If I'm not mistaken, I think they lost to the. Did they lose to the Jets last year in North Jersey? I forget. But I'm going to take the Bills. Something's telling me to pick the Bills, but I'm not confident because at the same time I'm worried because I kind of think the Jets might pull this one out because the Jets are looking pretty good. Shockingly, they're looking pretty good. I wasn't expecting them to look as good as they did. They looked really good in a loss game they probably should have won, actually. And I mean, on paper, I thought the Steelers were a much better team than the Jets, but the Jets showed up and they looked like the better team that game. I'm going to take the Bills. Not confident at all in that pick. The next game we have is the Seattle Seahawks against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think I'm going to pick Seattle in this game. I don't know about the Steelers. This is another game that can definitely go either way, and a lot of people are going to pick the home team, but I'm going to go with Seattle. Seattle looked pretty good against San Francisco, and San Francisco's a pretty good football team, so I'll go with Seattle on the road, so they'll be 1-1, and the Steelers will be 1-1. I'm going to go with Seattle, I think. The next game I have is the Los Angeles Not Chargers. Holy crap. That's the Los. No, is that the Chargers or is that? No, there's Los Angeles Rams. Jesus Christ. Got the same freaking colors. I guess it's like the colors similar to the Lakers. We got yellow. Yeah. Well, the Los Angeles Rams at the Tennessee Titans. I'm gonna take the Rams. I'm gonna take the Los Angeles Rams in this game. But I will say this about Tennessee: they're a lot better than people thought they were gonna be. People thought they were gonna be obliterated against the Denver Broncos, and in that environment where it's like it was something with the clock. What the hell is it? The air. The air is like it's hard to breathe in Denver when you play there. The Mile High Club. Wait, that's not what I was supposed to say. Oops. Shit. I'm gonna have Los Angeles Rams, yeah. But Tennessee might put up a fight. They looked pretty good in their first game, actually. Better than people were expecting them to look, I know that. The Carolina Panthers at the Arizona Cardinals. This one's easy for me to pick. I'm gonna pick Arizona. I think Arizona should go 2-0. I don't trust the Carolina Panthers. I don't think they're very good. I don't trust Carolina. I'm gonna go Arizona at home. I see Arizona go 2-0. Denver at Indianapolis. We got a game here. We got a game here. The Colts actually looked really good against the Dolphins. But how much was that the Dolphins just being a very lousy football team, and how much was that actually the Colts being a good football team? I'm going to say the Colts win a very close one. I think the Colts are actually better than people think. Hard for me to go against Denver, but I think the Colts are going to pull this one out. I think it's going to be something really close, like a 30-point, maybe even a 1-point game. I just see Indy pulling it out. I think the Colts are better than people think, so I'm going to go with the Colts. And next game, we have my Philadelphia Eagles at the Kansas City Chiefs. And if Jalen Carter is going to be starting in this game and the league isn't going to try to cheat and suspend him, even though he was already suspended for the first game of the season, and it really hurt the Eagles. We almost lost. We probably should have lost to the Cowboys because CeeDee Lamb kept dropping the ball near the end of the game. I don't know why. Maybe the ball was too slippery for him, but when you're getting paid a lot of money, that's really no excuse. So I have my Eagles in this game if Jalen Carter's in it. If Jalen Carter isn't in this game, I will take the Chiefs. So this is an iffy game for me. So Jalen Carter starting, I have my Eagles winning probably, I'm going to say 6 points. I said that last time, I think. I'm going to go with 6 points if Jalen Carter's in this game. It's going to be a tough game. The Chiefs are going to want to get avenged their Super Bowl loss because they were really humiliated. But I think the Eagles are a better football team. From what I saw with the Chiefs against the Chargers, I just saw, I don't know, when Justin Herbert rolled out at the end of the game and he ran and stuff like that, it reminded me of Jalen Hurts. And if the Chiefs are going to have struggle against running a very athletic running quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts is probably probably a lot faster than Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is 6'6". So the guy who's probably what is Jalen Hurts, 6'2" or 6'1"? He's probably a lot faster than Justin Herbert. So yeah, and we got Saquon Barkley. So yeah, I think we're the better football team. I honestly think we're the better football team. I'm not going to say we're going to blow them out like we did in the Super Bowl. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it'll be a closer game, but I think the Eagles leave this game with a win, whether it's close or whether it's a blowout. But I'm not expecting to be a blowout, so I'm going to go with the Eagles. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are going to pick that either, because I think a lot of people would be shocked if Chiefs go 0-2, but I just think the Eagles are better. The Atlanta Falcons at the Minnesota Vikings. This is a Sunday night game. They're going to another primetime game back to back. I was impressed with J.J. McCarthy in the second half. I'm going to take the Vikings, but the Atlanta Falcons look like a pretty talented team themselves. So the Vikings got to take this game seriously. The Vikings defense is legit. The Vikings defense only gave up 17 points in 4 quarters, so that's pretty impressive. That's probably one of the better defenses in the league. I don't know how many yardages they gave up. I don't really look at yards when I went with the defense. To me, the most important thing is if your team's shutting teams down and you're not letting them score. And the Vikings defense is legit. I think I have a little bit of question marks with the offense a little bit, but the offense looked pretty good in the second half against the Bears. I'm going to go with the Vikings at home. The next game we have is Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Houston Texans. This is a Monday night game. I think I'm gonna go with Houston. I think C.J. Stroud gets his first win of the season with the Houston Texans. They're at home. It's their home opener. This is probably going to be a very close game. Houston's a pretty talented team. Tampa's a talented team. This was in Tampa Bay. I probably would go with Tampa, but I think I'm going to give the edge with Houston because I think that this is an important game to have home field advantage in, and I think it's going to benefit Houston. Because I think the crowd will help them out a lot. The crowd's got to get really loud. Like, you're playing a really talented offensive Tampa Bay team. Is Tampa still missing some of their key players, receiving core players? I think Mike, was it Godwin? Which one is that? I don't know. But I heard something about them having injuries in their offensive side of the ball. I'm going to go with Houston at home. Next game we have is the Los Angeles Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders. And this is a divisional game. I'm going to go with the Chargers. I think the Chargers will win this game. But divisional games always freak me out because this isn't my division. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't follow it. What the hell is that noise? Okay, anyways. I'm going with the Chargers. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.